Hello friends, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. I am CA Nitin. In this video, I am elaborating why the CA students actually fail in the examination. Mind you, this video is not in relation to the how to study the CA course or how to appear for the CA course, but actually why they fail while writing the question papers or while appearing in the examination. You might have heard from numerous people like chartered accountants, teachers that we fail because of this and that or that. I won't be discussing about those things, but I am discussing about the actual writing in the examination. Why the students, while writing the examination papers, fail because of the result after they appear the examination. The first point is they actually fail to understand the basic questions. Many times the examiners or the paper setters have discussed these that many students have not at all understand what has been asked in the examination or what has been asked in the question paper itself. Though it may be because of the language issue, though it may be because of the tension of the appearing examination, but the basic thing because of which the student fail to write the exact answer is they don't actually understand what has been asked by the question paper or examiner. So the fundamentally, when you are appearing for the CA exam, try to revise that question twice or thrice before writing the actual answer, because there is always hidden question asked under the same question. It has been always discussed and elaborated many times that CA exams are one of the toughest and most dangerous examination in the world itself because of the understanding of the actual question. So that is why whenever you are appearing for the examination, try to understand what has been asked actually in the question paper. Say in case of law, the case studies. Say in case of auditing, the practical questions. Say in case of accounting, what is the interpretation of the actual the financial details that has been given in the question paper, and so on. So the most important thing is you have to understand what has been asked in the question paper itself. Then secondly, there are many students who are unable to write as per the expectations of the examiners or the paper setters. Of course, this is an ambiguity point, but the examiners or the paper setters have always have their sample answer sheets ready for the paper checkers. So many times, whenever the questions have been drafted, whenever the question papers are set, there is always a model sample answers given to the paper checkers. So, of course, we cannot say that it is totally wrong or 100% not right, all those sample answers may be. But keep in mind that it is because of that base, the paper checkers are actually try to understand what has been written by the actual examining, that is the student. So that is why whenever a student cannot interpret the actual answer or cannot justify their answer to the questions that has been asked, the paper checkers or the examiners may not give you the correct or exact marks. So keep in mind, so for that purpose, of course, you need to study hard. You need to cover your syllabus so that you can cover the what has been asked in the questions so that you can write the answers. Then again, many times this is a simple point that they fail to write the exact answer. That is the basic query that has been raised many times by the examiners and the paper checkers, that don't write vague answers. Whatever has been asked, directly write that. You need not have to write the essay like answers in the CA examination. Many times I have also seen that many students write 25 pages, 30 pages, 35 pages answers to the question paper, but they have not at all got the marks. Say around even 30-35 marks they have not got after reading those 35-40 pages, because they don't know the exact answers. Friends, keep in mind, my dear students, keep in mind that if you know the exact answer, write that specific answer only. Even if that question is asked for 8 marks or 10 or 12 marks, if you know that the answer is specific, don't deliberately write vague answers. Don't elaborate those questions in detail, because paper checkers don't have that much time to understand what you have written, and they will look into those things which have been asked directly by the question setter. So if you know the specific answer, be specific in it. Again, another important point is with respect to presentation skill. Many times I have seen personally, because I am a teacher for last 10-12 years, I have seen that this presentation skill these days of the students has been on declining. That may be because of the digitalization, online doing the work, and not appearing for the examination from time to time, say mock test and all these things. They don't have that proper presentation skill. They don't even prepare a format of balance sheet and profit loss account in a specific manner. And that's why if you do not present your question answer sheet in a specific manner, or if you do not present your answers whatever has been asked by the examiner or question paper setters, you may not get good marks. So keep in mind, you need to work on your presentation skill while writing the actual question paper. Then many times this has also happened that the answer may not be correct, but if you can justify the answer, say or in case of practical questions that has been asked in the auditing, or the case laws questions in case of law, ethics, or in case of direct tax and indirect taxes also, if you can justify the paper checker that your answer may not be correct, but it may be right from your point of view, you may get good marks. Again, not I won't say out of marks, but you will get few marks if you can justify the answer. But many times, because of our lack of understanding of the laws, lack of understanding of the basic study material which we haven't read, which have been given by the institute, we cannot justify our answers. So sometimes that may again go negatively while our results come out, because many times institute has also come across these things that if a student can justify the answer in a separate manner or a different from that which has been given in the sample answer sheet, you may get good marks, but only and only when if you can justify with your good presentation skill. Again, this is again a fundamental issue because of the student. Many students have failed drastically because of the language issue, English language issue, and grammatical mistakes. Many times in how we write answers in a vague manner without the use of proper words, without the use of proper grammars and tenses and all these things, the actual paper setter may not understand the word or the lines or the whole answer, and you may get less marks or low marks comparing to other students because of the known language issue. That is, of course, can be tackled by specifically reading the various books, newspapers, developing your interpersonal skill by communicating with your young other friends and students, and of course, you have to write and read all those English subjects in such a way that you will at least get to know the basic English language issue. Then again, this important issue is with related to quality over quantity. Institute never expects to write answers in quantification. They don't expect that you write 25-35 pages which you used to write in university examination or SSC or HSC board. If you know the answer specifically and the exact answer is known to you, only write that much, that will be sufficient. Even in case of auditing or law, you don't need to write essay type answers. If you know the specific answer in only 22 or 22 pages, you can get 60-70 marks itself. So my specific saying is this, that if you know the exact answer, only write that much. Again, this is my important point with respect to all the students who are going to appear in the examination is appear for the exam for whole 3 hours. Schedule that particular question paper so that it may be covered in 3 hours. I have seen so many students who come to me after appearing the exam that, sir, I cannot solve all the questions during the given 3 hours. That is the basic fundamental behind failing the CA exam. Because if you cannot solve those all questions in 3 hours itself, you are failing to timely scheduling those questions that has been asked in the question paper, because these days even the institute have the objective choose there are options to choose from the questions. Not all questions are compulsory. So if you plan your question paper accordingly, if you can appear for the question paper in whole 3 hours itself, you can write good answers. Because as I have already told you, this is all with respect to how much you have studied. If you have studied well, if you have studied good, if you have covered your syllabus thoroughly, you won't be getting difficulty in writing the questions. So all these points are important for those students who are appearing for the CA examination, that may be foundation, inter, or final, that these points should be kept in mind while appearing for the CA examination. I hope this brief video will definitely help you while appearing or preparing for your CA examination. Best luck to all of you. I will come again with another motivational video. Thanks for watching.